What's up? I'm Joe. Happy Geek Week! We are all going to hell. That's what certain people would have us believe anyway because of the demonic or unholy magic things that permeate our favorite fandoms. Now that might seem ridiculous to some of you, but I'm willing to bet that there are some would-be geeks out there who are a bit confused because they really like things like Harry Potter or Doctor Who, but their parents or teachers or friends or pastors are telling them that they are sinning by reading or watching or playing these geeky things. So this vlog is for them. This is a potentially huge topic, so I'm going to focus it down into just one conflict, and that's between Christianity and Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons because it contains most of the things that certain Christians tend to take issue with, and that'll transfer over to a lot of fandoms, and Christianity because it's the one that I'm most familiar with. So let me be clear, this vlog is not about whether God is real or Christianity is the right way to go. Those are fascinating questions, and ones that I'd love to discuss another time. But this vlog is asking the question, for the sake of argument, from a Christian point of view, are D&D players sinning by playing? So first, I totally get the worry. Faith is a big part, a positive part of many people's lives, and many people feel that they have a very personal connection to God. Obviously that's valuable, and you don't want to do anything to put that in danger. On the other hand, you wet yourself a little bit when they announce the 12th Doctor. So here's the argument that we're hearing from certain Christians. 2 reasons that D&D might send you to hell. 1. False idolatry. Demons and sorcerers and wizards and pagan gods especially. There's no denying that D&D contains these things, but I think the understanding of it is a little bit Old Testament. And 2, sinful thoughts. The thought of doing something is as bad as actually doing the thing itself. This also has some biblical basis. When a man looks on a woman with lust, he has already committed adultery with her in his mind, and so he might as well cut his left hand off or something like that. Now, I read that as specific, saying don't be a jerk to women, but a lot of people take that ball and run way further with it, saying that if you so much as play a character who does bad stuff, or watch a character, or read about a character who does bad stuff, you are a murderer, you are a fornicator, and the character's sins are your own. So for better or worse, those are the 2 arguments, so let's examine them one at a time. First, false idols. Now, I think it's pretty clear that even when geeks go nerd crazy about stuff, we're not actually worshipping the things that we're geeking out about. Well, Benedict Cumberbatch, but he's the exception. When you're playing or reading or watching anything, you're basically playing make-believe, and what people forget is that make-believe is not actual believe. Pretending that you're a mage in a polytheistic world with gods and demons does not preclude believing in a monotheistic god in real life. Being frightened that people are going to be corrupted by the demons in Dungeons and Dragons is like being scared that kids are going to shoot each other to death with their squirt guns. Relax. It's a toy. The answer to danger is not to avoid it completely. That just leads to paranoia and fear. The answer is to walk boldly through it with awareness and have fun. Bike riding is dangerous too, but we take precautions like wearing a helmet and we go have fun. It's awesome and we do it anyway. And yes, even if there was a reason that playing D&D would open up the door for your friend to join some kind of satanic cult that would put their soul in danger, do what you would do when you're giving a kid a squirt gun and teach them the difference. Talk to them like they're going to their first boy-girl party. Okay, Jimmy, you can have this D20, but if anybody brings a he-goat to sacrifice to the Dark Lord, I want you to call me, okay? Now have fun killing orcs and don't blow your daily before the boss fight. As for the sinning in our mind thing, when we're playing roles, we are experimenting, learning about ourselves. We're humans. When we play, we learn. It's what we do. When our paladins fight demons, we're learning about the nature of good and evil. Even, and yes, especially, when our characters do bad things, we learn about ourselves. It's teaching through story. You know who was a big fan of teaching through story? This guy. And his stories weren't always about good guys. He was constantly putting his audience in the role of the prostitute, or the lazy servant, or the prodigal son, or the pompous Pharisee, because he knew that lesson would stick a lot better than, hey, make sure you're good. He didn't try to stop his audiences from imagining, he encouraged it. He knew the power of learning through imagination. And he taught a lot of illegal stuff, by the way, so next time somebody gives you crap about breaking one of God's laws, tell them, look, Jesus wasn't even lawful good, he was chaotic good at best. So, with all due respect to people and their beliefs, there is no reason to believe that you will go to a real hell for raiding a fake one. Fantasy and God are not mutually exclusive, and even if God doesn't play dice, you can. D&D will not take your relationship with God away from you if you want to keep it, nor will it summon the old ones to devour your soul. My feeling about religion is that it's only as good as it makes your life better, and if you're living in fear and paranoia, then maybe discard that part of it. Like with anything, don't let people make you feel guilty for doing what you love. Because God only gave you so much time to hang out, and he probably wants you to have fun with it. And cheeky little corrupted that I am, I've assembled a list of my favorite blasphemous media to help ease your soul into the fires of Hades over on Sublime. And I'm giving away a Blu-ray copy of one of my favorite recent movies, Cabin in the Woods. So the link is down meow, head over and check it out. Have an amazing Geek Week, and as always, 50 XP for watching. Peace and love.